Greetings, Firestormer Gamer here. Another quick tutorial on farming and a quick base walkthrough of how I've got things set up. I'll do that using M. See here, that's the main solar farm with my backup here, and the water here, and that's batteries there. 8 sets or 8 banks of full capacity batteries. I had to move the anti-meteorite system and I only had 2, and that wasn't enough, so I've now got 6 dotted around the base. So I'll go through the garage. I'll leave the garage open normally, it's only when there's a sandstorm do I close the doors.
Equalizing pressure. External oxygen detected.
That's the entrance, and another entrance the other side. This was the first thing I set up, and this has most of my storage.
Equalizing pressure.
Sleeping. This is just for water. It's the best way of
Water refilled.
replenishing my water.
Equalizing pressure.
This was the first farming part. This is where I'll do the first tutorial and show you the basics for potatoes and beetroot. Main headquarters, and exit out that way. This goes on through to the main farms, which I'll go through in detail in a different tutorial, and a second one, because one wasn't enough. And here are the domes. I've got 4 small domes.
Equalizing pressure.
Spruce.
Equalizing pressure.
This is apple trees, which do give a good yield.
Equalizing pressure.
Exit.
Equalizing pressure.
This is peppers. You have to finish the peppers off in a dome.
Equalizing pressure.
And this is poplar. Not sure exactly what function that's going to have.
Equalizing pressure.
And then this goes through to the large dome. And again, you have to finish off these. What are they? If I can get to what they are. There we go. Fully grown pumpkin plants. And these are oxygen trees. I'll go through all of this in detail in a separate tutorial.
Equalizing pressure.
But for now, let's get to the basics of farming. First thing you need to do before you even consider doing any farming really is set up your water and power. Without them set up ready to go through the night, there's a chance that all the plants will die. So again, I'll do a tutorial on power and water, but this is what I have here. 8 banks of power, as you can see there. Going to the main power distribution point here, and all the wells going into the water connectors and the tanks.
Equalizing pressure.
Once you have water and electric sorted, then you're ready to do some farming. You should be able to pick up lots of food along the way when you're looking around. So let's get some seeds. The first things you'll find will be potatoes and beetroots, and you will need to have the planter and a bit later on plant crates. So in your hotbar, we're going to put planter. And we'll put it in an incubator. So I'm going to do two. I'll do potatoes on one side and beetroot the other. And you can see on the the right hand side, all the seed containers that you've got, and just use your scroll on your mouse to transfer between the two. You literally point, click. I'm going to fill this up because I have enough. And then immediately go over to the panel here, and this will show you what you need. Now you can manually go here and click up, but if you just left click on there, it does it completely, so you don't have to scroll through and get the exact number. Okay, so that's those sorted. And what did I do there? Potatoes. Yeah, potatoes, so we'll do beetroots in this one. And then over to here. Click here and there, and they will now be fine. I'll close them up. I think that has an effect of making it faster, and we will need to wait for them to grow. Once they've grown to 50%, that's all it will grow in an incubator. Then you put it into these, where they will finish off, and you basically change the settings in here as and when that happens. These will stay the same for that 50% until you add or remove plants. So there's no need to worry about that. So we'll wait here for a little bit, wait for these to get grown, and then I'll show you the transplanting. Okay, let's have a quick check on them, see how they're doing. Bottom left hand corner gives you all the info. Okay, so there's 50% growth, so they're ready. So I into inventory, and you can get a large crate, but I prefer to use the small one. The large one I find just blocks your vision. So with that selected, you can then take out 8 at a time with the small one. There we go, it's 8 in the plot. Now we'll transfer them over into here. Just left click. Let's get 4 more. Now we need to readjust the settings in here. Because they will have changed. It's literally keep those alive, increase that, those are the same. Let's see how the beetroot's doing. Beetroot is a little bit slower, so they need a little bit longer. Right, so you can see the potatoes are now doing, and they're going up from the 50% that they were. So I'll have to wait for these to be done. Now the difference between this room and the greenhouse is that in here there is fertiliser and soil. So you'll see that there are 4 things to get correct. But I will go into that another time. Okay, let's see if the beetroots are ready, which they are. Let's get a crate in hand. So we're going to get out 8. Oh, I've got actually a large one. You can see what I mean. You can fit more in there, but sort of gets in the way a bit. Oh, and there's not enough room. All of them. Okay, so then we do the adjustments necessary in water and power. And because we've still got some in there, we'll leave them going. And you can now see that they're getting watered. The potatoes are coming along, they're at 65%, and those we've left in there. So let's wait until some of these are done. Right, we'll check on the plants now. Potatoes fully grown, and the beetroots fully grown. So we'll just go ahead and pick them. Literally just left click. And we'll pick potatoes if there's enough room. There should be. Now once you've picked them, there's several things that you can do. You can take them in here and make it into food. I think there's lots of different combinations of all the food that you can put in, and it gives you a better nutrition or worse nutrition value depending on what you do with it. So if we just make it all out of potatoes, for example, it will give us 6 packages, and it will be 19 to 24% nutrition. But if we now introduce beetroot to it, you'll see that it rises to 33. So there's lots of different combinations which you can play around with, which I will sort later and what I'm going to do with it. That's one option. The other option, because I've got plenty of food at the moment, so I'm not going to do that, is you then go to the seed maker, or seed production machine. Now, if you put 1 stack in, that's how many seeds it'll make. And you'll just extract seeds. But if you put 2 lots in, it makes it the next level up, speed bonus and seed bonus. So as you can see with this at the moment, if I do that, that gives me 24 seeds, but they are better each time. It's about 3% each time, I think. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use all of them. And they're the same ones, so we shall apply, put that one in there and apply, and then we'll just combine those, take them out of the drawer, and that's our new seeds. So I've got a place that I store all the seeds, which is this one, and I keep my latest updated ones. So these won't be as good. The way you can test that is we know that that got is it just under 25%. If I do that, it will say that's the combination. Well, that wasn't as good, so we'll not do that. That's our best ones. These ones we will throw. Literally just throw, because they're done. And the way you do that, put it in your hotbar, select it, and then just right click and that's it, they've now disappeared. Otherwise you'll end up with loads and loads of different ones and you won't know which one's doing what. So that's my latest editions of the best ones that there is. That one also needs to go by the look of it. So we'll get rid of that. Select it. Put it in my space bucket. Done. And so now what we'll do is the same with the potatoes. Seed generation. Got to have that drawer closed and empty for the seed maker to work. So I'll put potatoes in, and that'll give me 21%. So we'll combine that. Drawer. So that gives me 21% on both for these potatoes, but these ones won't be as good, so that gives me less than 21. So those I'll get rid of, those I'll keep. Those in there. If you miss, just pick it up. Put it in there. Right, now these need adjusting. Back, down, to nothing. Okay, that's short and sweet. That's how to get your supplies up and running. It's not really that much of a problem getting food in the game at the moment if you go out exploring regularly. But that's a nice, quick, simple one. So the next one that will come up will be either tips and tricks, more complicated farming, or power and water. Thank you. Bye bye.